Hey guys, it's Ian. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about a new program that's coming out. It's actually in pre-launch right now, and it's called Craze BTC. The topic of this presentation is why I think Craze BTC is positioned to be really the next big thing in 2017. 2016 is coming to a close. If you're watching this video now, it's the end of December 2016. And this new program is actually in pre-launch, but it's positioned to launch at the beginning of the year, and I think it's just going to explode. So I wanted to do a quick video about why I think you guys need to jump in this program, and really what I think that this program represents in terms of trends for the coming year. So let's talk a little bit about this program and why I think this program is very special. First of all, it's based in cryptocurrency. It deals with obviously Craze BTC. BTC stands for Bitcoin. So if you're not familiar with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, and there's a whole bunch of different cryptocurrencies, but by far Bitcoin is the most popular. Cryptocurrency and Bitcoin really is here to stay. It's really the currency of the future, I think. And I'm not alone in that thinking. You know, Bitcoin is just becoming more and more popular as the internet has connected every corner of the globe. It becomes quite clear and quite evident that we need a universal currency that can be traded between people, so that if I'm in the US and I have dollars, and someone's in Europe and they have euros, and someone's in Africa and they have something else, that becomes an issue, that becomes a concern. Also, if you've ever tried to buy anything online overseas, you have to pay, international costs and money exchange fees and everything else. Well, the beauty of cryptocurrency is that it's one universal currency for everyone. So whether you have euros or you have dollars, whatever you have, you can turn that into Bitcoin, and you can use that on the internet in any corner of the globe. So really, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, it's here to stay. You're going to be seeing it more and more. I think in 2017 it's going to grow. It's been around for quite a few years. Way back, I believe in 2009 is when Coinbase got started, it's really here to stay. So this program is completely based in cryptocurrency, which is no more problems with payment processors and everything else. With Bitcoin, you never have to worry about that. So that's why I think that this is going to be really a trend that you're going to see more and more and more. Bitcoin is really going to start to take over in terms of being the currency used on the internet to do business. The other really great thing about Craze BTC is that it's peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer basically means that there's sort of no middleman. It's called a donation system, where basically, we'll talk a little more about the program, but basically you're making payments to other people. So the payments go directly to other persons. So if you have people in your downline, they make the payments not to the company, not to the program, but to you. The genius and beauty of this is that unlike with the rev shares and the rev share boom of the 2016, it's much more difficult, or much more improbable that the company will fail, because the company is not involved. It's peer-to-peer, which means that as long as you're in the program and the person in your downline is in the program, it will just continue on. There's no company in the middle to run out of money or, not have enough money to pay you, or really to, sort of run out of steam and close and fail, as we saw with many, many, many of the rev shares of 2016. So that's why I think peer-to-peer programs are really, cutting edge and not something new. I've been in several peer-to-peer programs before, but I think you're going to see more and more of that simply because of the lessons learned with rev shares and some of the other programs where payments come from the company, but the company runs out of steam, runs out of funds to really pay the members, and then, that's really the end of the company. So with this, it's designed for longevity because it is peer-to-peer. I've joined several peer-to-peer programs, and I've been in them for several years. And the nice thing with those programs is literally you just receive the payments month after month after month. And really, if you think about it, why would you leave that program? If you're receiving payments and, you're making more money than you're paying out, which you will with a program like Craze BTC, why would you ever stop being in the program? You have, a definite positive return on investment, and that's what everyone's looking for. So this is really set up from the very beginning to be successful. This is a 5x3 matrix, and I think I'm going to make a completely separate video on what a 5x3 matrix means. But basically, it means that there are 3 levels. On the first level, you can have 5 people. On the second level, those 5 people can have 5 people. And on the third level, each of the original 5 people will have their 5. So on your first level, you can have a maximum of 5 people. On your second level, you can have a maximum of 25 people, which would be those 5 people on the first level getting their 5 people. So 5 times 5 would be 25. And then on the third level, times another 5. So all of those people, all of those 25 people on the second level getting their 5, or 125 people. So your matrix is completely filled with 155 people, which actually is not that many people, especially when you see this program. You're going to say, wow, this program really will fill up very quickly. And we're still in pre-launch, so now is the perfect time to jump in with a program like this. But the 5x3 matrix is really a very simple setup, which I like with Craze BTC. There are some really, if you've ever been in some matrix programs before, some really complicated matrices that are out there. But this is just so simple, and this is perfect for someone who is either experienced with these types of programs or has never been in a peer-to-peer matrix program before, because it's a very simple setup, okay? And again, I'm going to do an entirely different video where I'll actually walk you through all of this, but once you see it once, you'll understand it completely. So it's a really simple program. In 5 minutes, you'll completely understand the program and fall in love with it, just as I have. Another nice thing with this program is a very low cost of entry. So obviously there are 3 levels, as we described before. The first level is about $7. Now again, this is all in Bitcoin, so the price of Bitcoin actually fluctuates from day to day. The price is currently rising. Some people predict that by 2017 the price of 1 Bitcoin will be over $1,000. Just like stocks and bonds, the cost of Bitcoin fluctuates, but basically to join the first level is $7. And if you get 5 people on your first level paying you $7, you've already made back $35. So you can see that, just by getting the first 5 people, which is so incredibly easy with this program, you're already, made back 5 times your money. So, and then when you get into the second level, it's about $25. So again, not, crazy numbers. Again, just from being around several different matrix programs, I mean, I've been in programs where it was several $1,000s to get onto the second and third level. And then finally, the third level, it's about $200. So obviously that's the most expensive level, but again, much, much less than most of the other peer-to-peer programs out there. So this is just a very, very low cost of entry. It's going to have universal appeal to many, many people. It's going to be very easy to fill your matrix because of such a low cost of entry. The other nice thing is that there's a very low maintenance fee. The maintenance fee, I believe, is around between $2 and $3, again, depending upon the fluctuation of the value of Bitcoin. And that's per month. But, $2 to $3, that's how, of course, the company makes their money. But $2 to $3 is really a very, very low maintenance fee. Again, I've been in programs where the cost of just joining the program was over $3,000. So, this is $3. So a very, very low maintenance fee. And really the reason I point out these things with the low maintenance fee and the low cost of entry is just because programs like this, where it is a low cost of entry, a low cost of having the maintenance fee, it just makes it that much more easier for people to join. You want to, break down the barriers, remove every barrier for people to join this program. And by having a low maintenance fee, by having a low cost of entry, that really helps. The other thing that's nice is that because you have a low cost of entry, a low maintenance fee, and because it's a 5x3 matrix, that means that this program is set up for massive spillover. If you're not sure or familiar with the term spillover, basically it means that if I go out and I promote this program and I get 5 people, they'll go on to my first level. Let's say the 6th person I get, well, I've already filled my first level. So they're not going to go to me. I can't have any more than 5 people. So when they pay their $7, they're going to go to one of my 5 people. So they'll be placed under them. So that basically means that, by myself promoting, everyone else benefits. Just one more reason why this program is really set up for longevity, because you benefit not only from your efforts, but the efforts of your entire upline. So, you could never have spoken to anyone or recruited a single person, and yet you could be getting massive spillover. And this program is set up for massive spillover. So that's what I really like. And then finally, I just think that there's a very active Facebook group. It's really nice. I think there's over, I think it's over 1,000 people now in the Facebook group. They're in there every day. And it's not, again, what I'm seeing in the Facebook group is it's just really very, very friendly. Lots of new people and a couple experienced people as well to really sort of guide folks. The admin, the person who runs the program, is in there every day as well. He's actively engaging. So, I just think that this program is really going to be set up for success. So if you're looking for what I think is going to be the next big thing for 2017, jump into this. I mean, you really have almost nothing to lose. You can get into the first level with just $7, and then that's all you really need to do. And that's probably my advice to folks. If you're not sure, or you don't want to have a big out-of-pocket expense, just jump into the first level. Once you get your $35, you spent, $7 and you got $35, you can upgrade with your, $25 into the second level. So, you're only having $7 out of pocket. So that's the beauty of a program like this, is that you're building from your profits. So that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to make a few others. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the matrix system and everything else. But this is going to be huge. So if you're not in this, you're going to be missing out. So jump in the link below and get involved. Join up. If you join under me, you're going to get massive spillover. I'm going to be promoting this throughout 2017. So, even if you've never brought a single person into a program before, that's okay, because we're going to be having massive spillover, and you'll benefit from my efforts and the efforts of all of the people in the program. So that's it, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.